Is it on? Is it clear? Is it on? Are we, you know? Hi, y'all. What? I don't even talk like that. Hey, y'all, it's Dai Ming, and welcome back to my channel. Whatever you want, I wanna please you more. Whatever turns you on. I know I start every video off like this saying I know y'all gonna be mad at me. I know y'all gonna be mad at me. Y'all might as well just let me have it. Y'all been in my comments, not my comments, but in my DMs just chewing me up, just eating me up. Like, girl, where's you at? What are you doing? Why don't we have no videos? Why don't we got no story times? So before I get into this video, y'all, let me just tell y'all, a lot of shit transpired, and if y'all follow me on Twitter and Instagram, y'all actually know that about a week or two, probably like 2-3 weeks at this point ago, I got into it real bad, like real bad. It was all over Twitter, all that shit. So if you know, you know. But I'm definitely going to be telling that story. That's going to be, I gotta set everything up for that story and get every receipt for that story. But it's a juicy ass story. It is probably going to be, if I don't film the whole thing, because y'all know sometimes I do like one whole long ass video. I got like some 1.5 hour story times, might be a 2 hour story time, something like that. So depending on how I feel, it might be a straight through story time, but it might be broken up into parts, either like 2 parts and maybe like 4 parts or something. I'm trying to think how I'm going to do it. So it just depends what mood I'm in. But stay tuned for that story, okay? Listen, I kind of want to give y'all a hint of what it's about. No, I ain't even going to give y'all no hint. It's just going to come when it's going to come. And once I do that, if it's going to be a series like of like different parts, y'all going to know, is it like y'all going to know what to look for, is what I'm trying to say. But that's not what today's video is about. Today's video is about something completely different. I don't really know how to start this video. What I do want to start out by saying today, y'all know the CPS. You know, if you need to get approved for houses, cars, apartments, loans, credit cards, all that good stuff, get at me, because I can get you approved for it. So, I'm trying to think of how I want to start this video. Because as y'all can tell by the title, today is going to be a story time. It's not, okay, so it's a story time, but it's not really a story time. It's more so me coming to y'all for advice, because this is like some real life shit that I'm dealing with. I didn't really want to turn this situation into like a content thing, but the way I was feeling is like it really made me curious. Okay, let me just get into it. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. So I got about like 5 different vlogs to drop for y'all, and probably more than it, but like I got different videos to drop for y'all. But in the order that I'm dropping them in, y'all will know by now. Well, I can actually tell y'all now that my son's birthday just passed in April. So I made a whole vlog about that or whatever. And long story short, basically, I took my son to New York for his 5th birthday. He just turned 5. So I took my son to New York for his 5th birthday. We were there from Friday to Sunday. We were supposed to be there from Friday to Sunday night. Yeah, so long story short, I took my son to New York for his birthday. I think I like in the vlog y'all gonna see like how I showed his whole itinerary. Like my son's itinerary was so just crazy and like fun filled. Like it was just so, I had so much shit like planned for him, and we just had like the perfect time. Like everything was just so fun. We was outside, like us with the kids. Them kids was outside till 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. Like we really had a blast, y'all. Like when I say a blast, we had a blast. Like everything was just going so perfect. When I tell you his itinerary was so crazy that my friend, even like people was commenting on it. Well, no, my friend had messaged me because I had sent her the itinerary because she was supposed to come to New York, but she ended up not coming. But I had sent her the itinerary and she was like, I never seen nothing like this for a 5-year-old. And then my other friend was like, this itinerary is crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, then when we got there, one of my friends was commenting like, y'all really got them kids outside? You acting like he turned to 21. It's like, I was going all out for my son, y'all. Like, we had so much fun. Like, when I tell y'all so much fun, we had so much fun. I couldn't even vlog everything. But we had a time. Everything was just going so perfect until Sunday. So, okay. So, long story short, me and my family, like, we were all staying in the same hotel. And my friend was there too with her son. We were all staying at the same hotel. When my brother ended up coming up, like, we had got there like early Friday, not really that early Friday, but probably around like 4 o'clock Friday. We were supposed to get there, try to get there like 2, but we ended up getting there probably like 4 o'clock Friday. My brother ended up driving up there like late at night. And when he got there, like, of course, like, he got his own room and stuff. So, I mean, I guess I could say this. So, y'all know how people be doing, like, the half off stuff. Like, they do half off bills, half off rent, half off flights, half off this, half off that. And people be doing it. I wanted to try to do it one time, but I never attempted to do it because I have a friend that did it multiple times in the past, and she told me, like, don't do it because that shit is going to bounce back. Like, one way or another, that shit going to bounce back. Like, it's not even, don't even, because she did it multiple times. And I guess every time she did it, the shit bounced back. Like, I guess she was doing it on, like, bills and stuff like that. Whatever she was doing it on, she told me it always bounced back. So, long story short, okay, I'm going to just tell you everything. So, we were in, like, my son's birthday. Everything that we did for my son's birthday was in New York. But we didn't exactly stay in New York. We stayed 10 minutes away from New York. We were in Inglewood, New Jersey. But literally, if you drive for 10 minutes, you're in New York. So we stayed in New York, you might as well say. It's literally a 10-minute drive. Like, when there's no traffic, you in New York in 10 minutes. So that's pretty much what happened or whatever. But I remember my brother kept saying, like, why are you staying in Jersey? Like, why you pick Jersey, whatever. And I'm like, it ain't that deep to me because it's literally 10 minutes away. Like, I wasn't even the one that filmed the hotel. My cousin actually filmed the hotel and she sent it to me. And she the one that told me, she's like, oh, it's only I think like 15 minutes away from New York. But it actually only ended up being like 10 minutes away from New York. So I'm like, all right, fuck it. Like, it's the same thing, damn near. So, I ended up getting a hotel there or whatever. So when my brother seen me, he like, why are you staying in Jersey? I'm like, cause it's basically New York. Like, we're only 10 minutes away from New York. Like, it don't fucking matter type shit. So he like basically trying to get us to stay in Manhattan and stuff like that. But he wasn't really no help with finding the hotel. So it's like I didn't really care what he was saying. Like, I had already reserved the hotel and stuff like that. I didn't pay for it because you ain't had to pay for it until the day of, like, when you was checking in. So when we got there or whatever, everything was cool and shit. And my brother, he like, all right, well, before we had got there, my brother basically was saying like, he was basically saying like he got like a bunch of like hotel plugs and stuff like that. So he like, I'm waiting for this girl to get back to me, and then he was waiting for his friend, some boy, to get back to him as well, because they both worked at hotels, and like was saying that they'd be able to get him like a not the half off shit, but a discount or whatever. So he was doing that, but I guess like whatever was going on, they wasn't able to do it when we needed it. So I basically like, well, I'm glad I didn't cancel my reservation. Like, I'm going to go to my hotel or whatever. Go to the hotel. Long story short, you know, we had the whole day. We did what we did. We went out and stuff like that. But my brother wasn't up there yet. He ended up coming up there. He ended up coming up there, like I said, late at night, and he ended up getting a room at the same hotel. Got to the hotel. He got his room and shit. I go up to his room. I think I was staying on like the 3rd floor. He was staying on like the 9th floor or something like that. So I go up to his room and shit. He like, bro, he like, I told you. Because I think when I had paid for the hotel, it came to like I'm going to say like $570 something. It was something like that for 2 nights, because we was only staying from Friday to Sunday. And then I also had something planned for my son on Monday, like on his actual birthday, but we was going to do that in Philly. So yeah, so my brother, he like, bro, I told you, he like, you should have just waited and booked with me and da da da. And I'm like, nigga, well, I'm glad I didn't wait, because we'd have been fucking waiting until midnight, your last minute ass. So, but he like, you should have just waited. Basically, like, I guess one of his friends put him onto this boy that do half off of hotel rooms and shit. So I'm irritated at this point. I'm like, damn, damn, I should have fucking waited, because I'm like, that shit clearly went through. Like, he got his room and shit. So if I paid $5 something, I think he only paid like $2 something for the whole 2 nights and shit like that. So I'm like, damn, I should have fucking waited. Like, I ain't think that shit was gonna work. I was about to chance it. Like, I'm not playing about my son and his birthday and shit. So, but I'm like, damn, like, that shit worked. Like, I should have fucking did it or whatever. But I ain't do it. So he ended up getting a room and shit for half off. The boy got him the room for half off. That was that. Fast forward to, so he stayed that one night, and then I think we ended up going out like to like the little bars and shit like that. And then so the whole Saturday had went by. That was Friday night. The whole Saturday went by. After Saturday went by, like, it's like the middle of the night. I think Saturday, we had went a lot of places Saturday. Where did we go? I think wherever we had went. I know we ended the night, that wasn't even in the itinerary, but I know we ended the night with going to Dave & Buster's. That wasn't even a part of the itinerary, but the place that I did take my son, it like closed super early, so we wasn't really there that long. So we like, fuck it, let's just go to Dave & Buster's. So we ended up going to Dave & Buster's. Y'all know Dave & Buster's closed late. So we ended up going there. We go back to the hotel. We get back to the hotel. My brother goes up to his room. His key not working. He's trying to get in his room and his key is not working. Go down to the front desk. Whatever happened at the front desk happened at the front desk. I ended up getting a call from his girlfriend like, y'all need to come downstairs. Basically like, the cops here. All this other shit. All this other shit, y'all. We end up going downstairs. My brother arguing with the cop. Arguing with the front desk people and shit like that. Basically, long story short, I'm just giving y'all the backstory of everything. This is not the point of the video. I'm just giving y'all the backstory. But arguing with the people or whatever. Long story short, the front desk people ended up catching on to the fact that my brother didn't get his room the way he was supposed to get his room. They ended up finding out about the half off thing. However it is, I guess the people who do the half off shit, they hack into other people's accounts to get the, I don't know. I don't know. I might do a little something, but I ain't no top-notch scammer, so I don't know. I just know people be offering to do half-off shit. So I guess however it happened, however the person obtained the room for half-off, I guess they hack into people's accounts and take their like rewards points and do it that way. So I don't know if the person like called and reported that to the hotel. However it happened or whatever, the front desk ended up catching on to my brother. And then, and basically was trying to make him pay for the room. Like, then you gotta pay. I think they was trying to charge him like, like 7 something. Like, they was trying to charge him like 700 something or whatever. No, first they was trying to charge him like 5 something. But when it was all said and done, they ended up charging him like 7 something. But yeah, so they basically telling him like he gotta pay the full price for 2 nights, whatever. He ended up paying it, but he was on some shit because it was a whole bunch. I'm not going to get to the details of the story because that's literally not the point of this video. He ended up paying it, but he's so mad at this point because it's cops there, all this shit, but the cops trying to tell my brother to calm down because it's like, we not even hyped. Like, the cops didn't even really care about the situation. They just got caught there, and they basically were just trying to figure out everything that was going on, and they like, all you got to do is pay. But my brother was like, fuck that shit, like, whatever. Like, he paid the money, and he like, fuck yo, like, I'm not staying here, like, I'm out or whatever. Because they wasn't even letting them in the room to get their stuff until they paid. So it's like, they had to pay. So my brother paid the fee or whatever. So he like, fuck it. He just was on some shit. Like, I'm out. Like, I'm leaving. Like, he was trying to go back to Philly and shit. I don't know why his girlfriend followed along, but she wanted to go to Philly too once he said that. Like, because she could have just stayed with us and stayed with the kids. But instead, they took the kids and, like, was trying to leave and go to Philly, which was, like, whatever. So, long story short, they ended up changing their mind because my brother, like, no, I'm not even about to fuck my nephew's birthday up like that. Like, fuck it, we just going to find another hotel. They ended up finding another hotel like 5 minutes down the road or whatever, and they're finding another hotel. And And that's just pretty much that, like the end of the story. I'm just telling y'all all of that because I want to just tell y'all how I just feel like everything happens for a reason. So the next morning comes, or whatever, we on our way to, we were supposed to go to breakfast. And then we had reservations for this activity, like for my son to do for his birthday. Like the birthday wasn't over, like the birthday was rolling, like it was rolling. Like when I tell you, we was outside all day every day in New York. Like it was fun. So Sunday came, so we getting ready to go to breakfast and shit like this. So we packing our clothes, getting ready to go to breakfast. But keep in mind, my brother and his girlfriend and they kids is not there. It's just me, my mom, my friend, her son, and my son. We all in. Oh, yeah, we all in the hotel room, but my brother and his 2 kids and his girlfriend, they at the other hotel room. So, basically, I guess his girlfriend is like one of them people that like unpack. I don't understand people like that. Are y'all like that? Like, do y'all go, when y'all go on vacation and stuff like that, do y'all like unpack and put stuff away in like the drawers in the closet and stuff like that? Like me personally, I live out of my suitcase. Why the fuck am I putting stuff in drawers and closets? I don't know, but that's just me. But long story short, she's one of them kind of people. So she ended up putting the clothes, putting the kids' clothes, putting their clothes in drawers and stuff like that. I guess in the midst of them packing their stuff and leaving out the room, she forgot their outfits. Mind you, the only clothes that she forgot was her outfit for Sunday and the 2 kids' outfits for Sunday. Everything else she had. So just keep in mind. So like, I'm just saying all of this because I really want y'all to get in my head when I say what I'm about to say. So the only outfit she forgot was her Sunday outfit and the 2 kids' Sunday outfit. So, long story short, she was like calling me and calling my mom because she was just kept telling us like she forgot the clothes. So, I don't know if she was coming to the hotel to get the clothes because it was on some shit where they was like not even supposed to be on the premises or something. I don't know. Or they wasn't trying to be on the premises. So, and like the cops was being weird trying to wait for them to pull off. But, yeah, so what was I saying? So she forgot the Sunday clothes. Oh yeah, so basically, so I don't know, she was like, it was a back and forth of whether she was coming to get the clothes or I was just on some, in my head, I'm just assuming now like, well, maybe they don't want to come back on the premises so I could just take the clothes to them. Mind you, they only like 4 or 5 minutes up the road at another hotel. I think they had went to the Hilton or something like that. So, but all she kept, I'm gonna get to that part. So, long story short, we just came to the conclusion, like, okay, like, I'm going to just bring the clothes or whatever. So, she forgot the clothes, so my mom ended up having to, like, go upstairs to get the clothes. But I guess the housekeeper threw everything in one bag. So, the clothes ended up getting ruined because the housekeeper ended up, like, throwing a fucking open orange soda in the bag with the clothes. So, orange soda got all over everybody's clothes. So, all their clothes got ruined anyway. So, literally, everything that I'm about to tell you is like, all this shit happened for no reason. But, I don't know. I'm going to get there because I feel like I'm all over the place. Long story short, it was on some, like, we going to bring the clothes or whatever. Cool. So, we get in the car. So we come to that conclusion. We get in the car, and my friend was riding around with me the whole weekend. Like, we was all in one car for the most part. The only person that was driving by himself was my brother because he was just all over the place doing his own thing. But other than that, everybody was in my car. So, but at this point, we checking out and shit. So, me and my friend and her son got in her car. And my brother and his girlfriend, they in their own car at their own hotel. So, it's just me, my son, and my mom in my car. Literally, y'all, I'm going to try to get through this video. But I have yet to be able to tell this story without crying. Like, I have yet to be able to get through this story without crying, my throat swelling up to try to hold back tears. It's like, I have yet to be able to get through this story. So, here we go. Basically, I had pulled out the hotel lot or whatever. I called my friend. I'm like, do you want to just meet us at the breakfast place or are you going to follow us to the hotel? Whatever. Mind you, I'm going a completely different route than where I was going because I'm only going this route because they're at another hotel and I have to get these clothes to her. And in no way am I saying this her. I'm not saying nothing like that. I ain't blaming nobody or nothing. I'm just trying to paint a picture so y'all could be in my head. like domino effects and snowball effects. The shit is crazy. So in my head, I'm like, so basically, I ended up pulling out the lot or whatever. And like, I forgot what my friend said, if she wanted to meet us or just go to the hotel with us, whatever. I'm driving. I only had to be driving for about 2 minutes, y'all. 2 to 3 minutes. Get to an intersection. Riding through the intersection. And literally got hit. So basically, I'm riding through the intersection. I'm at the light. I'm going through the intersection. From the right side comes another SUV. I forgot what kind of car it was. And smacks us. Mind you, we're in an SUV. A big SUV. We was in a Kia Sorento. The car hit us. And hold up. The car hit us, right? The car hit us on the right side. It hit us on the passenger side. The car flipped over. Mind you, we're in the SUV. This car flipped over. Our car flipped over 4 times. Right? Car flipped us over 4 times. And when it was all said and done, we had to be cut out of the car. Like, me, my mom, and my son. I don't really know how to explain this part because it's like, I don't really like talking about it. So it's like I'm saying it, but I'm not really saying it. Like, I just know that, like, I literally had like that was a literal near-death experience. Like, I'm trying to explain it, but it's like I can't really explain it because I don't know how to talk about it. Like, I don't like talking about it. But we going through the light, car hit us, the car flipped over 4 times. All that was going through my head after that first flip was my son. Because my son was in the back seat. He's 5, so it's like I know a lot of people going to say he should have been in the booster seat or something, but he wasn't. After that first flip, the first thing I thought about was my son. The first thing is like literally while the car, but mind you, the car flipped over 4 times. As soon as the car flipped, I'm trying to get to my child. Like, I'm trying to like get to my child, and I'm like literally flipping. So it's so much shit going through my fucking head because it's like the car was flipping. And it's like, once the car stopped flipping, in my head, we at a big ass intersection. So I'm thinking somebody about to smack us again. I'm just thinking so much shit. I'm trying to get to my son. My mom was fucking scared. Like, I just instantly, it's crazy because it happened. But because my adrenaline was rushing so bad, I instantly, like, stood up and was trying to, mind you, we're upside down. We was like laying on the passenger side. So we basically, like, upside down type shit. The first thing I tried to do was get to my son, but I was also trying to get to my mom because she wasn't really saying shit. So I'm like, I ain't know what the fuck. I was thinking the worst of the worst, but I'm trying to get to my baby. So I get to my son, and when I like finally got to him, he was literally standing on top of like the passenger window, the back passenger window. He was like standing straight up, like on top of the window, and he was like crying. All I could do, y'all, was thank God that it wasn't hot enough to the point where it's like we had the windows down or something. Because when I tell y'all, if those windows was down, my son could have easily got ejected out the car on one of them flips. Could have flew out the car. The car could have went out the window. The car fell on top of him. Any fucking thing could have happened, y'all. Any fucking thing could have happened. And when I looked at my son, he was literally just standing on top of the window without a fucking scratch on him, y'all. Without a scratch on him. All he was doing was crying. So, whatever happened with the accident, my mom is sitting there. She like can't even move, can't talk, can't nothing. So I'm like scared as shit. But the first thing I'm doing, yo, is like I instantly went in a panic mode. And what I said to myself and what I keep saying is like, yo, if I was like, y'all see how the Baltimore Bridge and stuff like just collapsed. I'm like, yo, if I was in a position to where like my car ended up going underwater, I would literally be shit out of luck and die. Because when I tell y'all, when I was in that situation, my brain was not cutting on. Literally, it's like my son, mind you, the first thing that I'm thinking is like this car could fucking blow up or something at any time.
And I say this because literally, like, soon as the car stopped flipping, it's like you instantly smelled smoke. And people were saying like it was like all the like oils and liquids and all that shit was like literally leaking out of the car. And that's how cars blow up all the time. So it's like, that shit is crazy. The shit is just crazy.
So it's like I don't even want to. It's every time I talk about this, my fucking heart be beating so fast. My heart drop and it be beating. But I'm just thinking so much like this car could blow up at any time. Anything could fucking happen. In my head, it's like I was literally, it's like I was getting to my stomach at the same time. I just was fucking sitting there. Mind you, we're upside down. I just was fucking sitting there because I'm like, yo, I'm like, how the fuck do I get out this car? I'm trying to open up the door, but I can't even think of what a lock and unlock button is. I can't even think of a door handle. I can't even think, like none of that stuff is in my head. It's like I didn't even know about it. I couldn't even think of what to do in that situation. I literally could not think of nothing. Like I couldn't even think, like it's like my brain just wasn't clicking because I just was in so much shock. So eventually it clicked in my head that okay, we on a passenger side, but the driver's side is like facing up. So I'm like, because instantly people started running over to us. Instantly people started running over to us and they like kicking the windshield in and all this other shit, like literally trying to get us out. Like it was this one man, oh my god, I really have to find him and thank him. I think my friend said she got his number. It was this one man that was literally, it was so much blood gushing from his hand because he was literally punching the windshield with his bare hand trying to get us out. So it ended up clicking to me like, oh, think like you could like the window or whatever, because the door, like I don't know, I just wasn't there. Like I just wasn't there. So I'm like, I ended up rolling the window down of the side that was up or whatever. and I put my son out. I'm like, here, I'm like, can you please take my baby or whatever. They ended up taking my son and I guess put him over to the side with some like older white lady or whatever. So they just trying to get us out, but I'm not even really trying to get out the car. I'm not even trying to really get out the car because I'm so worried about my mom. Like she literally could not move. Just so y'all know, my mom is perfectly fine. She ended up coming out of here with just a scratch, but in the moment, I guess she was in so much pain she couldn't move. But she's fine. We got out of there, no broken bones, no nothing, barely a scratch. The worst thing that happened was my mom. She had a little scratch on her face, a little ass scratch on her face that's already healed. I couldn't do nothing but get on my knees and thank God, and I'm still thanking God every day for that because every day I just keep thinking about it. But back to the story, they ended up passing my son to like this older white lady, so they trying to get us out. But my main focus was my mom. I'm trying to get her out because I could easily jump out the car and jump out the window if I wanted to. She's acting like she can't move at all, so I'm like scared of shit. I'm just scared of shit or whatever. So mind you, I'm on the phone with my friend. She should have told this story with me because she said the way you was on that phone, she said, I would have never thought that you, she said, I thought it was a fender bender or something, but the way I was acting on that phone, because when I called her and I called my brother, I'm like, I'm literally like this. I said, we just got in the exit. Like I was in so much shock that I wasn't even like talking with urgency or like panicking or nothing. I was literally was like staring like this, like in a blank stare. It's still inside the car. Like I was just so stuck. So my friend, she like, where you at or whatever, because mind you, she had pulled off right after me. So she like, where you at? So I don't know, the phone ended up hanging up or whatever. I couldn't for some reason send her my location. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Couldn't send my brother my location either. I don't know what the fuck was going on. So she said she ended up finding us because she said that she was like, fuck it. She was like, she's not sending me her location or whatever. So she like, I'm about to just drive. She said she started driving and an ambulance flew past her, or a cop car flew past her. Something flew past her. Something of that nature had flew past her or whatever. So she seen that, so she said she started following it. Then she said she seen like 20 more cars and shit just going to the scene. She said she seen that and just instantly started crying because she like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on or whatever. She ended up following them, got to the scene, seen the fucking car. If y'all go on my Instagram, I'll insert it into this too, but if y'all go on my Instagram, y'all going to see the videos and see the car. It's like, if y'all see that shit, y'all going to know it's no way we made it out of this shit. Let alone made it out of it with just a scratch on my mom's face. No scars, no.
There's no fucking way, bro. I don't know. Bro. But do you see this car, bro?
No nothing. My son come out of there as perfect as he went in. Like, so she said she instantly just started bawling, crying or whatever. So then she gets to the scene and start crying even harder because she said she seen me and my mom was still in the car, but she didn't see my son. So when she didn't see him, she like started going crazy, like, and she calling my brother crying and all this other shit or whatever. But then she ended up finding my son that he was just like off to the side or whatever. But like, long story short, the firefighters ended up coming in. They ended up having to like cut us out the car with the jaws of life and shit and all of that. We ended up going to the hospital. They took my mom to the trauma unit, but she didn't need it. But she didn't need it. I guess she just was. My mom is. She's not old, but she's older. Like, she's a mom. Like, she's older. She's not old though. She's still in her 40s. But it's like, you know, like, if they move a certain way, you know, stuff gonna be different for them. So she was like, and she could act like she couldn't. She was acting like she couldn't move or whatever, and like her, like everything was like she was stuck. So they had her in the trauma unit. So they ended up putting us in 3 separate ambulances. Me, my son, and my mom, and we all ended up going to the hospital and shit. Ended up going to the hospital. We ended up getting discharged. Whole time after that fucking accident, yo. Cause I'm like leaving out parts and I'm kind of skipping around, but like, I literally could not stop crying. Of course, I automatically thank God that we all made it out. We all made it out safe. We all made it out perfectly fine. My mom got a scratch on her face, and that was it. A little ass scratch on her face. My son came out perfectly fine. Not a bruise, not a mark, not a scratch. I came out perfectly fine. I think I had like a little scratch on my hand or something like that, and I was sore, of course, obviously from that. I was like really sore, but it's like we came out of it. We came out of it completely untouched. I don't want to cry, but ever since then, y'all, like I said, I just couldn't stop crying about this shit because it's like I literally couldn't help but to think about what could have been.
Not to mention, as a mom, like, just as a mom, this was the scariest shit that ever happened to me as a mom.
I've been really depressed since then. Honestly, that accident happened on April 7th. The accident happened on April 7th. I literally, since then, have been really fucking depressed. And the purpose of this video, the purpose of me making this video is because I really would like to know.
Before I even get into this next part, I do want to let y'all know that I haven't driven since then. I have a lot of anxiety about it. I'm unable to talk about it, or, you know, I haven't been really able to edit any of the vlogs or the content of that weekend. Like, I literally can't even do anything that has to do with that without getting chills and like reliving the entire situation in my head. But I know I have to edit these things and get them out, but literally everything is just a constant reminder of the situation, and I just get so sad every time I look at the memories that we was creating, and I just get chills. Like, it's crazy. Like, I barely want to open up my computer because the last time I opened my computer was literally in New York. So I don't know, it's just crazy, y'all.
of course my family is like suggesting like counseling and therapy, because when I tell you, especially them first couple days, I could not stop replaying that shit in my head and just thinking about like the fact that I've never acknowledged myself. Like I said, I've never acknowledged myself, the fact that I could have lost my life. I keep thinking about the fact that I could have lost my fucking baby. That's the main thing I keep thinking about. I keep thinking about I could have lost my mom, but I could have lost my fucking baby. And that's literally what I keep thinking about. And then I think about, damn, like sometimes when it clicks to me, it do be like, damn, like I could have lost my life too. We could have all three lost their life. It could have been 3 funerals getting planned, right? Like it's just so much. And, oh my God, I don't want to cry. But it's just so much shit that I keep thinking about, like about the fact that like I could really not be here right now. My baby could, like, not even me. I didn't even mean to say me. My fucking baby could really not be here right now because he's a baby. Like, any fucking thing could have happened and nothing happened to that little boy. I've been thanking God every day, y'all. Like, every day. Because it's like, y'all don't understand how every time it run in my head, my heart just instantly drop. And it's like, a lot of people keep trying to tell me, like, don't think about what could have been, because I'm trying not to cry. Don't think about what could have been, because at the end of the day, that's not what it is. Like, y'all blessed. Like, y'all still here. His birthday tomorrow, you can still celebrate his birthday. Like, y'all are here, and that's all that matters. Like, fuck that car, fuck everything. Like, y'all are here. Y'all not understanding that. Like, you not, basically people saying to me, like, you not understanding that this could be a completely different conversation that you having with people. Like, I was really like, it just was a fucking, y'all don't understand. It's like, probably the details of what I'm saying is not clicking to y'all, but it's like, that was literally a near-death experience. Nobody understand the fear that I had. Like, nobody understands the fear that I had when we got hit in my fucking, I'm just thinking about my son. I'm not thinking about myself. I'm not thinking about nothing but my fucking baby. And I don't know. It's like, I hate to sound like ungrateful, and I'm not ungrateful. Like, I thank God every day. Like, thank you, God. I thank God every day that me and my family made it out of that, my baby especially. But I hate that my mind is working in a way, my mind is like working in a way to where it's like, all I think about is what could have been, and it's like, I don't want to think like that, because it's like, at the end of the day, that's not what happened, because it wasn't supposed to happen. God made sure me and my mom and my son made it out that situation, and that wasn't what was meant to be. That's not what was written for us. We wasn't supposed to pass it, like it's like we wasn't supposed to, we're like, how can I say this? Basically, what I'm just trying to say is that shit wasn't meant to be. Like, we supposed to still be here. And it's like, I just be trying to count my blessings and just thank God every day for this. And it's like, I be looking at my son, especially them first couple days, I just be looking at my son and just like, yo, like, this really my fucking baby. Like, and then I get sad and I start crying, because it's like, yo, like, it just really could have been so different. And like I said, my family and everybody just like suggesting like therapy and counseling, because it's like, even though, yeah, I'm still here, that was still a near-death experience, like a real live near-death experience. And even my brother, when he pulled up to the scene, he said, when I seen that car, he said, I like he was so fucking scared, because he wasn't listening to nobody, because he like, I couldn't even talk or breathe until I seen that all 3 of y'all was cool. He was like, because when I pulled up to the scene and I seen that fucking car, he said, there's no way y'all was supposed to make it out of it. My throat is literally hurting from me trying to hold back tears right now. And I don't know. I think the purpose of me making this video is to kind of ask for advice, I guess. Did anybody ever have that kind of experience, for one, like some type of near-death experience that make them just look at life completely different? And if y'all have, what advice do y'all have for that? Because this is like the craziest shit I've been through in my life. Like, to the point where it's like, okay, I was in New York for my son's birthday, and the week after that, I was supposed to go to Vegas. Well, I did go to Vegas. I had, the accident was on April 7th. I went to Vegas, I think like April 12th. And thank God I was even cool enough to still make it to that trip. because I wasn't going to go. At first I told my cousin I wasn't going to go, but then I'm like, I started thinking like, you still here at the end of the day, and your trip is already paid for. Go enjoy your life. But like, I remember y'all going to see when I dropped the Vegas vlog. Well, by the time y'all get this video, y'all will already had a Vegas vlog. But if y'all don't watch it, if y'all didn't watch it, y'all going to see that like the first day that I had went to Vegas, because I didn't want to go. Even though I felt fine, my mood just wasn't up to par. Like, I was like really, really, really depressed, especially that first week. And then I had went to Vegas on that Friday, and I had went there, like my mom and my grandma like kept telling me like, oh no, like you need to go, like you need it, because it's going to take your mind off of things, because I had like a really bad distraught week that week. I ended up going. Oh, needless to say, the day of my son's actual birthday, we didn't end up going out because my body was way too sore. Everybody like, you need to just relax. Like, we were supposed to go out. I had planned on his actual birthday, which was that Monday. But everybody like, take this day off. Like, you did enough. Like, take this day off. So I just ended up giving him his gifts. Like, we ordered food, had cake, sung happy birthday, stuff like that. Like, you had just did it at the house or whatever. But so back to me talking about everything that went on. The point of me telling y'all everything that had went on was, do y'all see how weird that is? Like, do y'all see how when I said everything happens for a reason? Like, just think about everything that happened that led up to this. Just think about it. My brother, mind you, my brother never got half off for nothing from anybody before. He never did this before. Brother gets a hotel for half off, which leads to him getting kicked out of the hotel, which leads to, mind you, his girlfriend puts the kids' clothes away. It just so happens that these clothes she needed so bad on Sunday, and those were their Sunday clothes, the clothes that they were going to wear that day. Mind you, my brother had told me that he was so mad because he like, if it wasn't for her needing them clothes, and I'm not saying this, he's not saying this either, he just was saying like, if that shit would have happened, like if one of us would have died or all of us would have died, that's how he would have been looking at it. Like, because he said all night and all day she just kept talking about the clothes. Like, that's all and he said he kept wondering why she was so hyped over the clothes. Like, he said all day, all night, that's all she kept talking about was them clothes. Like, the clothes, like, all she kept talking about. And it's like, these clothes are literally what had me going the opposite direction of where I was going. So it's like, my brother got the half off stuff. He got kicked out of the hotel, ended up having to go to another hotel. She forgets the clothes. I take the clothes to her. Like, so it's like, I'm not in no way, shape, or form, like I said, I'm not blaming nobody or nothing, but it's just crazy how everything happens for a reason. Like, this led to this, this led to this, this led to this, and then that led to all of this. So it's like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know, like, life just be crazy how shit be like aligned to happen in exact like certain way. Like, that shit is just crazy. So that's just something I was thinking about, because I'm like, yo, if it really wasn't for this or that shit would have never happened. If we would have all still been at the same hotel, we would have went straight to breakfast. We would have been going a whole nother route. If she would have remembered to bring the clothes. And like I said, I'm not blaming nobody. I'm just speaking of what I'm thinking about the whole situation. Like, maybe if I would have got a fucking, like my brother was saying, if I would have actually stayed in New York instead of 10 minutes away from New York, this wouldn't have happened either, because you can't even drive this much in New York. So it's just a whole bunch of like what ifs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. It's just crazy. But nonetheless, I thank God. I thank God all the time. The first thing I did when I got back home was drop to my knees and thank God. Like, that was a very, very, very humbling experience, if nothing else. If nothing else. Like, if nothing else. You just really can't take life for granted. Like, life is literally so short. And I always knew it, but this situation just really made me realize it more than anything, that, like, this shit ain't no game out here. So, but it was just a really, really, really emotional, trying time. Like, even my friend, she took off work the next day because she was like, she just needed it. Like, it was just so mentally fucking for her as well. And she said, like, she cried. She went home and she, like, cried the whole time because it's like everybody just keep it. Like, even my brother kept saying, I don't think my brother cried. If he did cry, it wasn't in front of us. But, like, he just kept saying it, like, yo, I really could have lost all three of y'all. Like, I really could have, like, everybody just keeps saying it. So it's like, it's just crazy. Like, to have a near-death experience, like, it's crazy. Like, it's just crazy. Like, it's no other way to put it, but it's crazy. I'm so irritated because I swear I was saying something else to you and I really forgot. Like, I'm really irritated about that. Yeah, so I ended up going to Vegas that Friday, and like I said, if y'all watch the Vegas vlog, y'all are going to see that I, in no way, shape, or form, when I first got out there, I did not want to be there. I thought I wanted to go because I thought that it was going to change my mood. I thought it was going to, like, change my mood, take my mind off of things. But when I got there, it's like I couldn't help but to think about this entire situation. And, like, my first day of Vegas, I was, like, really quiet and, like, really sad and stuff like that. And I just wasn't really talking, and I noticed it. And it's like I wasn't trying to kill nobody else's vibe, but I just couldn't help acting how I was acting. So y'all gonna see that in the video. Like, y'all gonna see me the first day saying how, like, I wasn't really feeling up to it and stuff like that. Like, y'all gonna see that. So Saturday rolled around in Vegas, and I think honestly, for a split second, I stopped being the way I was. Like, I stopped being depressed because Saturday came, which was April 13th, and I ended up getting into it with somebody, like, real bad. How I was just telling you all at the beginning of the video, I ended up getting into it with somebody real bad. And as y'all know, I'm the type of person where if I get mad or I get upset about something, I'm getting into it with somebody, I goes off. Like, I go off real bad, and that's on my mind. Like, that's on my mind, like, getting to you, fucking you up or whatever. And it's like, I hated that I had to be in that place, but people just always fucking with me. So it's like I had got into it with real bad with somebody. So, and that was going on for, like, some days. So when that was going on, that's what kind of took my mind off the whole card situation. And it's like I feel like I wasn't feeling depressed because I was so into it with these people for a couple days. And that's the story that y'all are going to get next, I promise. But I was so into it with these people for a couple days that it's like my mind wasn't on it. So it's like for a second I felt like I wasn't depressed no more, but it's like it didn't really go away. My mind was just occupied with something else at the moment. So yeah, so that's basically what had happened. I thought the feelings had went away, but they did not. They absolutely did not, because even today, like today, I had a moment where my heart drops too. Like, you know how, like, if you think about something that happened, like, real bad or drastic that happened, it's like your heart, like, drop, like you feel like you feel your heart go to your stomach and shit. And it's like I just seen the car hitting me, because literally how it happened, it's like I was going through the intersection, right? And my mom said something to me. And when I turned around to say, huh? It's like as soon as I turned around, so it's like I seen the car coming, but it was too fucking late. So it's like, I don't know, that keep replaying in my head. The fact that my son, that could have, like, I always be thinking, like, what if I had the window down? Because, like I said, he was standing on top of the window. So I'm just like, what if I had the window? Like, I just was keep thinking, like, what if? And I feel like low-key, like, that's like not low-key, but, like, I feel like that's like disrespecting God and disrespecting my feelings, because it's like, I don't want to keep thinking about what happened when God didn't let that happen. But it's like, I'm human at the end of the day. So it's like, I can't help it. And I can't help but to think of that when I look at my son and stuff like that. Like, damn, like, all right, I be thinking, like, oh, today is such and such day. Our funerals probably would have been a day. Like, I can't help but to think like that, and I really don't want to think like that. So that's why I really wanted to make this video, because it's like, do y'all have any advice for something like that? Do y'all think I should go to therapy and counseling? I don't know. I'm just like, in a weird space. Cause like I know the first couple days I was really in a weird space. Once I got into it with the people, my focus had shifted to something else, because now I'm mad and I want to fight. But before that, it was just like, oh my God, like life is just so like, what the like, I can't stop thinking about it. I can't stop crying. I can't stop like I literally had to live like it's no tomorrow, because this shit is crazy. Like, and it's like I just don't know. Like I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know, y'all. Like, it's just crazy, and I just feel like I should be more grateful and more appreciative that nothing did happen. I feel like I had something else to say, but I like lost my train of thought. But yeah, I just don't want to feel like I'm disrespecting my blessings. I don't even want to feel like I'm disrespecting my blessings by... I really forgot what I was going to say. I had a whole thing to say, and I really literally forgot what I was going to say. But basically, I just want to know if... like, how do y'all get through stuff like this? Like, it's like so weird, and I'm in such a weird mental space. Like, especially the first couple days, because it's like... I don't know. Like, I don't know. But like I said, ever since I had got into it with them people, like my focus had really shifted. So it's like, and it's kind of still going on. So it's like, that's why it's like I didn't really have time to think about that. But it's like when I do like settle down and have time to think about it, it's like I get like instantly depressed, like instantly depressed. But yeah, y'all, that's the story. I just really wanted to come over here to ask, like, what are your experiences? And how do y'all get through stuff like this? Because I'm like having a really hard time. Today is May 2nd. So the accident happened almost a month ago, not quite. Yeah, like I don't know. Like I just like, even y'all see now, I was about to cry telling the story, and I'm trying not to cry and stuff like that. It's just like really like, it's just sad, like really sad. And I'm like, I felt bad, because I'm like, I feel like I just ruined my son's birthday. But then I'm like, you gotta be thankful that he's going to be here to celebrate another birthday. Like, so it's like, you can't really sweat the small shit or worry about stuff that's fixable. Like, you could fix that at the end of the day. Yeah, he had fun most of the weekend. He probably wasn't able to celebrate for the last day, and you know, we had to miss our reservation and stuff for obvious reasons, but he's still here, and that's all that matters. Everything else is small shit. Just like everybody else was telling me, fuck that car, fuck everything else, fuck anything else. You got your life, he got his life, your mom got her life. So it's like, that's the shit that you gotta think about. And that's like what I'm really trying to force myself to think about. But yeah, yo, I'm having a really hard time, and I can honestly say, yeah, I am depressed from that. It's just weird. Like, it's just really weird. So yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what else to say. If I do have anything else to say, I'm gonna, because I really did have something to say, and I forgot what I was about to say. I'm kind of irritated about this, so I might get back on camera. If I don't... Oh, do y'all like my makeup today? I tried to do a no makeup look. A no makeup look. So this is how it looks. I don't have on nothing but foundation, concealer, and lashes, and stuff on my lips. But yeah, other than that, unless it comes back to my head of what I was about to say, make sure y'all like, that brings us to the end of this video. So make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to follow Second Chance Approvals by Ming if you need to get approved for something. Like I said, that story time that's coming, y'all gonna want to put on your seatbelt, get some popcorn and all that, okay? Because this is the real Reese's Teas. This is the real Reese's Teas. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Like, but yeah, yo, I appreciate... I don't know, I didn't even honestly go through all of those comments. It's about 178 comments under my post about the car accident. I didn't go through everything, but if you did comment, you know, sharing kind words and stuff like that, I definitely thank you and appreciate you. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm trying to think if I left anything out. I don't think I left anything out. But if I did, I'ma just pause it and do a voiceover. Alright, I'm gonna see you on my next video. Bye.